All right. We are on the live today, and we do appreciate that you join. I have one thumbs up already, and I'm hoping that more people will join us, even as we share in this beautiful um, Eve, New Year's Eve afternoon. I want you to just hit the like button if you haven't done yet, and hit the share button if you are watching on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, wherever you are watching us from. Just make sure you do us the honors. Yes, I see somebody just did that. I like that. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do appreciate what you did. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is good. That helps out. So yes, if you are joining either just now or you're about to join, as long as you are on the live, make sure that you also click the share button and also the like button so that we can have more fun. When more people do play, the game becomes more fun than just a couple of people. So just hit that like button, hit that share button, and let's go on the live together. We got a very interesting topic today, and I'm hoping that you can find value in what we discussed today. So, while I also sent a share, I want you to keep sharing on your all of your social channels, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your YouTube, and obviously whoever you can send. Just click that link and let them also be able to see it because we got to have all of you on the live. All right, so we're gonna head on to today's show. If you started watching the intro, you probably know what we're going to talk about. And also want to believe that you saw that thumbnail that talked about what we are about to talk about today. And not to bore you, we're going to hit right off to today's show. I know we had some shows in the past, but this show is one of a difference because it is one that foresees the future that is right ahead of us, 2023. And so we have titled this show 2023 Health Resolutions for the year coming up. This is the last day of the year. And if you agree with me, you want to hit that. There's not a lot of people live to see today. And if you are here and I am here, then definitely we are blessed. So we want to enjoy that and be grateful to God. I know most of you are about to go to bed, just sleep a little bit and rise up and go to your New Year's vigil. And I'm going to do the same. But before that, I want to hit on this interesting topic, health resolutions, 2023 health resolutions. What we could do differently and get some better results for the coming year. We know that the past year has been one like a roller coaster, up and down everywhere. Especially in terms of health, with COVID still in the background, see if it's gone or see if it's not gone, and so we want to make sure that we do not forget the fact that the coming year is going to be full of challenges, but we can beat every health issues out there in 2023 if we make the right resolutions, if we make the right choices. And that's why this show is very important. So let's move on together for today's show. So 2023 health resolutions. 2023 health resolutions. And the first one we want to talk about is health screening. Health screening. So in the year 2023, it is my hope that if you are lagging or if you are behind in any of the health screenings that you need to do as a result of your age, this year you will take care of that. You have to write it down. If it's a resolution, it's something that you really want to achieve. I hope you have something like that in mind to achieve. And if it's so, then definitely this is one of the most important things that you can think about in this year, this coming year, 2023. Health screening. And by health screening, you may ask, what do I need to be screened for? There's a bunch of things that come up in your life that you need to be screened for that you may not know, or you probably do, but probably just overlooked it in the past year. But this coming year is a year we want you to definitely look into it, schedule a checkup, schedule a test, schedule something so that you can have all your screenings done, those that pertain to your age. All right. So I'm going to go through a few of them. We have a few things that we want to talk about. We're going to talk about health screening. We're also going to talk about exercise and fitness. And then we're going to talk about diet, nutrition, and weight loss. All three in this show. So stick around and share the stream as we go through together. So the first one, health screening. What are some of the things that you can think about as far as health screening is concerned? If you are a lady and you are watching and you are over 30 years, for some families it's probably before 30 because of history. You have not done breast check or breast mammogram, then obviously this year is a year you have to think about doing it. It doesn't matter whether you have a history or not. Just have that discussion with your primary care physician and see if you qualify to have that check done. A mammogram. It is very important. If your mammogram is done earlier, you potentially save your life and the headache of going through treatment and diseases. And in the world today, breast cancer is a leading cause. It's one of the leading causes of death in women. So if you have not done mammogram, or if you did it but you haven't done a repeat, because at some point in your age you have to do it again. It's not just one time and because everything was good you're done. No, you do it the first time, and depending on your doctor's recommendation, it could be every year, it could be every 5 years, and also depending on your age, also depending on your risk factors, family history and stuff like that. They will tell you when else you have to come or what other time you have to come for mammograms. So if you haven't had mammogram done and you are past the age of 30 and you're a woman, please, this year 2023, I encourage you to put it down as one of the resolutions that by the end of this year, as a matter of fact, you won't wait till the end of the year 2023, but by the end, at least, you should put it down that you did mammogram. It may save your life, believe it or not. It may save your life. That's what we're about on the Life and Health channel. So this year, mammogram should be done by every woman, especially if you have watched this video, if you have seen this, or if you have subscribed to our channel. We don't want you to be a statistic. We don't want you to be called among people who suffered breast cancer all of a bloom, all of a sudden. No, we want you to have your breast checked this coming year, 2023. So put that down as a health resolution for your life. It will be something that you will be happy you did, especially if you see something and can take care of it as soon as possible. But the only way to take care of stuff is to see it. And the only way to see it is to have that exam done. So mammogram. So that's the first thing I want to mention as far as health screening is concerned. That's for women. I know men get breast cancer, but as far as the numbers, you can tell men don't get breast cancer as much. So we would actually recommend at least every woman over the age of 30 schedule or talk to your primary care physician or your OBGYN about mammogram. Another test that usually goes along with this is pap smear. You may want to have your gynecologist also check down the woman to make sure that you are clean of cervical cancer or anything that could lead to cervical cancer. And again, if you do that, you're not doing it just for yourself. You're doing it for the family, for your husband, for your wife, I'm sorry, you're going to be a woman, so no. All right. You're going to be doing this for your children, your family, your sisters, your mother, your siblings. Whoever is concerned about your life will be happy you did. People are passing away every year of cervical cancers, every year of breast cancers, and the only thing you can do to prevent yourself from being in that statistic is to survey your body. Is to check, is to have that checked every year when it is recommended for your age. That way, if anything is creeping up, it can be taken care of. If cancers are found earlier on in life, you are always most likely going to beat it. But if you hide yourself until something starts, until you start feeling the pain, until you start going through some changes, it may be too late. So this year, 2023 health resolution: screen the women, pap smear, mammograms. The men, as a matter of fact, for everybody else, let's go to the men. The men too, you want to take care of PSA. You want to screen for prostate cancers. If you are over the age, 30, 40, 50, 60, or if you have a family history, or if you don't know if you have a family history, you don't know if you're up to age, just ask your doctor. An educated patient is the one that receives the best care. You ask your doctor, am I up to the age where I need to be checked? Do you need to check my PSA just to see that my prostate is doing good? You know, you got to do it. And the only way you can find out is to if you be proactive. Ask your doctors, ask your physician, your APRN, whoever takes care of you, that am I due? Am I due? Let them know you are looking out for yourself too. And check it to protect yourself from getting any surprises in the future. So that is that one essence for men. Now, still on the topic of health screening, we can also talk about colonoscopy, which is for everybody. If you are over the age of 45, you need to have done your colonoscopy already. If you are below the age of 45, but you have family history, you don't even need to wait till 45. If you're in your 40s, start talking to your doctor about having that done as soon as possible, because again, it may save your life. If you have family history, by family history, I'm talking about your brothers, or your sister, your mother, your father, siblings, close siblings, and aunties, anybody close by who has had any issues with colon cancer or colon polyps or anything of the sort. You want to make sure that you are continuously checked. And it doesn't take a lot. Just make the appointment, let your doctor know. Sometimes the doctors are not so on top of it because they see a lot of people. But if you, the educated patient, ask them, hey, when am I due? I got this family thing. I need you to check. Then their attention will be brought to it. Hopefully they don't overlook some of these things. So please, colonoscopy, 40 years, 45, definitely at 45, you need to be checked for colon polyps or for colon cancers. And again, 2023 health solutions, 2023 health resolution. If you're a man or woman watching this show, we want you to write it down among the top things you want to take care of this year. If you haven't had a colonoscopy done last year, you got to do it. If you have age, you got to do it. And I'm happy to bring that to you on the live, because we are all thinking about how to live a better life, a much healthier life in the years to come. All right. So that is that for some of the screening. I'm going to mention a few. Now, there are three basic things that I also think that everybody should know. We probably should have a whole show about this, but everybody should know their blood pressure. Everybody should know their cholesterol level. Everybody should know their blood glucose level. So if you are watching me today, or if you are watching us from any channel and you don't know what your blood pressure is, you got to know. There are three numbers: your blood pressure, blood cholesterol, and blood glucose or blood sugar. So this year, as we make the resolutions to build houses, to buy mansions, to make more money, to have a better, happier life, don't forget, write it down that this year I'm going to make sure that I'm proactive with my blood pressure. I want to know what my blood pressure is. This year, I want to be proactive. I want to know what my blood sugar is. So when you go to your doctors, demand that the lab is done so you will know where you stand. It's not just knowing for knowing's sake, but that will inform how your choices begin to unfold. If you know that you are borderline diabetic, then obviously that will help you make the right choices in terms of diet, exercise, and the rest. But if you don't know, then you don't know. And unfortunately, lack of knowledge, my people perish. If you don't know, you perish. It doesn't matter who you are. So in order to protect yourself from perishing in this regard, make sure that you ask your doctors, ask your APRs, ask the places you go for health. Ask them that I want to know my blood pressure. I want to know my blood glucose. I want to know my blood cholesterol. The thing about blood pressure, it's actually as easy as you actually buying your own device also. Apart from the doctors checking and making sure they're giving you the accurate numbers, you can be even more proactive by purchasing your own device and check it at home. As well as I have one right here on top of my table. And so this year, do yourself good, buy yourself a device. I'm going to show you one right here. This is a blood pressure monitor that I use at home that you can buy, and very cheap. I think I got this for about $35. I don't want to mention the store because they got to pay me if I sell them out, right? All right, but definitely any place you go. I'm actually going to put a link on our channel that you can use to order one for yourself from Amazon, a very quality one. But you just get this $35, $50, $100, depending on what the functions are, and ensure that you know your blood pressure. You check it frequently, even if it's every week, at least consistently. You know where you stand, because you don't want to be sitting there and one day people come to your room and you are not responding because your blood pressure has been off the charts. It's been out of the realms of what people actually have. So, and the way again to know is to check. So, health screening this year, 2023, don't let anything surpass you. If anything is going to be told you by your doctors, you should be already aware that, I know because I've been checking my pressure at home and I see that it's going up. That's why I'm coming up. It shouldn't be like a surprise. Really, my pressure is that high? Yeah, because you didn't check. So, be more proactive this year and check your blood pressure. The other ones, a blood sugar. You can get a blood sugar machine, blood glucose testing kit on also Amazon and all of that. But I don't think that's the best. For that, I would want you to work with your doctor together. I'll still put a link anyway, just in case you want to also have that checked. Because if you don't, sometimes if you are not diabetic, as a matter of fact, if you are not diabetic, insurance companies will not pay for them because they want the doctor to say that you need it or you have diabetes. That is why you need a machine. But you can again buy it yourself. Just be more proactive once every 6 months, wherever, whatever it is. Especially if you have a family history. And these days, even age has become a family history because as you grow, your risk increases, right? So yeah, I'll put the link also on there in the video after some time, maybe not today, but later on. And then you can use that link to also purchase yourself a blood glucose monitoring device. So that is the one common thing that I need us all to have an understanding of doing. Make sure you are screening for your life. Everything you can gain in this world comes when you are alive. If you are sick and you are dead, all the money, all the ups and downs that we do, all the business we do, all the praying we've been praying, all the preaching we've been preaching, if you don't have the machine to work with, the blessings will come, but you won't be there. You'll be sick. And God forbid that happens, all right? And that is why you want to bring this down. So this year, more focus on screening. Know your numbers, your blood pressure, know your blood glucose, know your blood cholesterol. Because these three things will actually determine your cardiovascular health, how healthy you are. All right. And so that is that for as far as screening is concerned. I'm pretty sure there are several other screenings that you can do. But for us, as a start off from 2023, let's put these down and ensure that you are healthy. Now, if you are watching this live show, if you are watching this video after the show, that's the replay, and you don't do these things, don't talk to me next time. All right. All right. I mean, I'm really serious about this because we are in healthcare, and I see people who are getting through some unnecessary disease state that could have been prevented had they sought help, had they just come up and checked and say, "Hey, doc, do I need this? I think I haven't seen my doctor in a year. I need my blood pressure checked. I need to know how I'm doing. I need to know how my prostate health is. I'm getting older." You don't wait till you can go to a bathroom to pee or you dribbling all the time before you show up. You got to ask the doctors to check you for when you are due. And similarly, if you're a lady and you are watching, you don't wait till something begins to pop up in your breast and you feel pain before you ask the doctor about it. If you're over 30, you make sure that you are not only actually before 30, you can do a breast self exam. You yourself can feel your breasts every day or maybe every week or however frequently you can at home to see if there are certain things growing out of place in your breast. And then after that, after you hit the ages of 30, 35, 40 and upwards, you got to know, you got to have mammograms done all the time just to make sure that you are watching your body and preventing yourself from going through any unnecessary attacks of breast cancer and the like. All right, so thank you for that first round. So health resolution number 2. Health resolution number 2 that we are going to talk about is something that we have always mentioned here also on the live. We've been saying this all the time, but it's important that we write it down as a resolution because most of the time we talk about it in passing because we think like It's not something that we shouldn't say, or maybe people may be listening. But I want you, if you again watching us, I want you, please, to write it down as a resolution that you're going to take care of this coming year. And that one is exercise. Exercise. Ooh, I know you guys know I love talking about exercise, right? Exercise, 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 exercise. I can't stress exercise enough. I had a talk on diabetes with a group, I think, yeah, it was just this past year. And I hammered exercise to the extent that they actually told me they want me to come again and talk about exercise to them, to the group, because they feel like it is very, very important. It is one of the keys to overcoming most of the health challenges, and I do agree. And so, and the other thing with exercise is that you don't buy exercise. I mean, granted, you may have to pay a little bit for a gym. You may have to pay a little for your gym. Buy sneakers and go out there to exercise. Granted, you may do that, but it doesn't cost much. You just do it in your body. And so I feel like exercise is the cheapest way to overcome a lot of the health challenges. So in 2023, resolution number 2, if you agree with me, if you are watching this show, first hit the like button and hit the share button. And then the third point I want you to do is to write down that this year you're going to exercise. And we make it easier about exercise. When we say exercise, people think that you got to have a lot of time to be able to exercise. You don't need a lot of time. I'm pretty busy, and I know those of you who know me know, very, very busy. But I still work it in my busy schedule to ensure that I'm exercising. Because hey, this is you. You can be busy for everything. Busy working for money, busy working for your church, busy working, for your family. But if you are sick, what is that business going to earn you? You just fall sick and everything drops. What if you can do certain things that alongside you're being busy doing the right things, and alongside doing that, what if you can exercise and ensure that you get all those benefits that come with exercise? So I'm going to talk about a few things that you can do to make sure that this year, 2023, you have regular exercise. Now, studies have shown that people who exercise for about 30 to 45 minutes a day do very well. I mean, exercising every day, 30 minutes or 45 minutes daily. Maybe you do it in the first thing you wake up, or maybe the last thing you do before you go to bed, however, or in the middle of the day, however you do it. Studies say or suggest that 30 to 45 minutes daily will keep you fit and in shape. That is proven. So you don't need to argue about that. It will keep you fit, and it will keep you also in shape. It will make you be in shape. Exercise. And the other thing is, not only is it 30 minutes or 45 minutes helpful, but even less. If you can do even 20 minutes, if you can do 15 minutes and be consistent about what you do, 15 minutes a day. But the key is you are consistently doing it. Every day is 15. If it is weightlifting like this young lady we are watching is doing, you do it 15. You sweat, you go take your shower. Or if it is running, you do it 15 minutes. You sweat, you go take a shower. Every day, 15 minutes consistently. If you do that, you are going to be really, really healthy. That is what the study suggests. And the other thing is, you may not have time to do it every day. And that is where I came in. Like, I'm so busy. Some days before I know I'm already at work, you have to be working, right? But I work it in like 3 days a week at least. You do 3 days a week. So here's somebody that can do Sunday. Most people don't go anywhere on Sunday except from church. So you work it in Sunday evening or Sunday morning, first thing before you go to church, you do your 30 minutes or 45 minutes exercise. And then about halfway through the week, say Wednesday, you do another 30, 45 minutes of exercise, brisk, physical activity. And then around Saturday or Friday, actually Friday evening, when everything has come down and everybody's winding down, you do another exercise. That will definitely help you. So it is the consistency aspect, and of course, the physical activity, the rigorous nature that will help you obtain all the benefits of exercise. So definitely work exercise, write it in your schedule, and ensure that you do exercise this coming year, 2023. Today being the last day of 2023, I hope you figure that in, because that is you. before you can give yourself to anybody, you got to take care of you. As a matter of fact, when you are exercising and you are getting healthy, you are giving to your family because you are going to be fit. They are not going to be stuck home taking care of you because you are healthy or you live healthy, longer, healthier life, right? So if you're doing it and you think it's for nobody, at least think about your children, think about your family, think about the people who would have to stop everything and take care of you because you did not exercise. If you love them, then please do exercise and keep yourself healthy enough to be around and be there for them healthier and for better and for a longer. All right, so that is exercise. Now, forms of exercise you can do apart from this weightlifting we're watching is you could do walking. You could do just walking, brisk walking every day. I see people walk in my neighborhood, sometimes with their dogs, just walking, as though they were just walking the dogs, but they are exercising. Walk, and again, consistency. You can't walk once a week and expect to get benefit as somebody who walks 3 times a week or daily in a week. So consistent walking. And also you could do some running. Some people do run good. You run, or jogging. Those are all good. You can do weightlifting, as we have already talked about. All these are forms of aerobic exercises that will help your heart. And of course, it will increase your HDL level, your good cholesterol that we know about. Exercising increases your HDL levels, which will also decrease your incidence of heart attack. So we don't want to go through all the benefits of exercise, but we just want to say that 2023, let's include exercises as one of the things we do for ourselves, for our families, and for our health. All right, so that is exercise for you. Now, but before I go out, there's one thing that I want to make sure that I mention: exercise. We talked about making sure your blood cholesterol and your blood pressure is on point because you have to, get your machine and get your doctors to check you and stuff like that. You definitely will decrease your blood pressure. If your blood pressure is higher, one way of bringing it down is to have consistent aerobic exercises. So by exercising, you are taking care of the other first thing we talked about. Exercise will also improve your mental health. People who do exercise, studies have shown that they are less depressive. Depression doesn't usually stay on a person who is consistently exercising because the body releases chemicals, one of which we call endorphins, which make you feel good. And so you are less likely to be depressed. But then if you don't exercise, and especially if you have family history, then everything is coming together, you're going to be depressed. Or even if you are not depressed, you don't enjoy life as much as somebody who consistently exercises. So that is one benefit. Exercises also decrease your cholesterol level. So the three numbers we talked about will all be affected by exercise. We said no, these three numbers: your blood glucose, your blood cholesterol, and your blood pressure. If you stick to a consistent exercise, all those three numbers, no matter how high they may be now, if you checked, or if you go to the doctor, no matter how they may be, exercise will be one thing that can bring them down, or at least help bring them down alongside with medication. So exercise on the block today. All right, for 2023. And then we will move to the next one, which will be, again, the third will be the last point we're going to talk about as far as making health resolutions for the year 2023 is concerned. So we are going to talk about the last one, which I call diet and nutrition. Diet and nutrition. Diet and nutrition. Very, very important. Very important to talk about diet and nutrition. Hanging around and doing all the things we think we can do, and yet we won't get the benefit that we need to get. So diet and nutrition is very, very important. Diet and nutrition. So what are some of the things that we can do to improve our diet? Now, if you think about it, having a perfect, I know nobody would say they have perfect diets and stuff like that, but if you really have a good diet, if you have a consistently good diet, I can assure you that apart from your blood pressure and other things, you are also going to have a much better weight. Your weight is going to be managed. You're going to have better weight management. Better weight management. Why? Because you will be focusing on certain things that you don't necessarily have to um, talk about it. Many people. The reason I didn't really say that, just have weight loss as a thing, is that many people really make lots of resolutions. In fact, if you go to the if you go online right now and you Google top resolutions made, most people will say that they are resolving to uh, do lose weight. That is like the most common thing that people will say, resolving to lose weight. Most people will resolve to lose weight, but at the end of the year, they don't lose the weight. They don't lose the weight. They don't lose the weight at all because they tackle it from the wrong angle. You tackle it from the wrong angle. If you want to lose the weight, focus on the things that will actually eventually bring the weight down. And that is why I'm saying that most people start off, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to lose weight. Yes, you're going to lose weight. But how? How are you going to lose the weight? How are you going to lose the weight? That is the question. How are you going to lose the weight? So you definitely need to have a planned, a careful means of diet that will help you to lose the weight that you want to lose. Without having diet, without having the best kind of diet, without having the right kinds of diet, you cannot lose the weight as you think you can. Because if your diet is rough, if your diet is inconsistent, if your diet is not one which we can definitely see as a progress onto a goal. Some people don't have any. It's like there's really no goal. They just say that they are going to lose weight, but you don't see anything. You don't see anything at all as far as actions towards the weight loss is concerned. And so we want to say that you don't do that. We don't want to do that at all. We don't want to just think and say that we are going to lose weight in 2023. What concrete steps are you doing? What concrete steps are you taking? What concrete steps are you actually doing to make sure that you lose the weight? So we want to talk about some of the concrete steps that you can make to ensure that you lose weight. And so for using diet and nutrition, all right, using diet and nutrition. Now, let's say that you want to lose 60 pounds. I did some numbers here. Let's say you want to lose 60 pounds, right? You just say that in 2023, my goal is to lose 60 pounds. Okay. How do you lose 60 pounds? For the entire year, your goal is to lose 60 pounds for the entire year 2023. That is your goal. I'm just using that as an example. I don't think most people even need to set a goal of 60 pounds loss. Some people, all they need to lose is 20 and they will be healthy. Some people too, all they need to lose is 30. Some people, all they need to lose is like maybe 10 and they will be, what we consider healthy. They will not be obese anymore. They will not be getting towards diabetes because they lost that amount of weight. So what do you do with that regard? How do you lose those weight? So if you decide 60, then I did the math. If you do 60, let's say apart from these diet that will help you, we know, grains, we will talk about that. But if you decide to lose, say, 60 pounds, all right, let's say 60 pounds, if you divide by 12, we have 12 months in a year. So if you have 60 pounds goal to lose, 60 pounds, I think is what, like 30 kilos, right? If you have 60 pound goal as something you want to achieve, which is kind of too high, I mean, for most people, for the entire year of 2023, how do you go about losing it? 12 months in a year, right? Now, that's my math coming now. We have 12 months in a year. So if you divide 60 by 12, it means that every month you need to lose 5 pounds. You need to lose 5 pounds. And if my math is wrong, you can send a comment to correct me here. But just imagine you have uh, you have 60-pound goal for the 12 months. So in a month, you need to lose 5 pounds. If you break it down that way, it makes it a little easier. And if you stick to it, you can achieve the goal. I'm telling you, you're going to make it. But you got to break it down and look at the smaller goals as you go forward. So 60 pounds divided by 12 months, it brings you a monthly goal of 5 pounds. So January 2023, you want to lose 5 pounds for the entire year of January. For the entire year of February, you want to lose five. Every month, you want to lose just 5 pounds. Just 5 pounds. Now, come down still. 5 pounds. If you split that 5 pounds for the entire month of January, and the month is made up of 4 weeks, it means that you're going to be making a goal of 1.3 pounds per week. Look at how simple it's become. All you got to do is to lose 1.3. Say let's even run it up. 1 pound or even 1.5 pounds per week. Now, that is an achievable goal. So if you stick to this plan and you watch your diet, you do all those exercise things we have talked about, you don't need to worry so much about losing because you are going at the stepwise way and you are doing it weekly. And if 1 week you don't even make the goal of 1.5 pounds or 1.3 pounds and you make one, the following week you may make it up. Maybe 1 week because of some party that happened, you didn't watch your diet so much and stuff did happen, and you lost not enough. What if you can make it up the following week? So you don't tie yourself so much as to I'm struggling to lose weight and I can't do it. No, break it down. 60 pounds a year. I'm gonna do 5 pounds a month, and for the 5 pounds a month, some weeks are 5 weeks, but I'm gonna assume that for every month it's 4 weeks, right? So divide the 5 by 4, and I come to 1.25. So I run it up, 1.3 pounds per week. You can do this. You can lose 60 pounds come December 2023. But you got to go at it in this way. You got to look at the short term goals, weekly goals, and work at it. And I'm telling you, you can do it. And next year, December 31st, when you look yourself in your mirror, you can look like this young lady here. No matter how old you are, you can show how much fat loss you have. But let's go at a stepwise means. So this year, use diet and nutrition as well as the exercise to combine these things to make sure that you lose your weight. So don't make any resolution for making sake. The weight loss resolutions should be accompanied by definite practical approaches as to the level of the week. I mean, the level of weekly goals where you can actually see how much you're making in the week. So that is what we want to share about on the nutrition and weight loss. Now, going back to the nutrition, we all know that in order to lose weight, in order to have a healthy lifestyle in 2023, some of the diets that we do must change. And I'm going to talk about a few points that I think helps out a lot. Now, the first one is watch your portion size. Some people don't eat a lot, but when they sit down to eat, they eat the whole world, right? Oh man. You probably didn't catch it. Yeah, some people don't eat a lot, but when they sit down to eat, they eat the world. I think I got to, I got to save this. Wow. Some people don't eat a lot, but when they start to eat, the whole world comes up at them because they will make up everything that they missed in the last times that they didn't eat. And that is what we want to discourage. We want to discourage sitting down and eating a lot in one sitting. The cups will be after you. The health cups. We are going to talk about it. When we come live, we are going to come and talk about it because that is not right. All right. So don't sit down and eat one sitting a whole bowl because you miss breakfast. Well, you miss breakfast and you're eating lunch and you want to eat the breakfast plus the lunch. Some people say, as for me, I eat once a day. That's what some people say. They say I eat once a day. And because I eat once a day, I'm gonna make sure that my last that one meal that I have per day is heavy. That's what some people do. And so they eat heavy, it's dinner that they eat. But the food they eat at dinner can feed 5 people in one shot. Why? Because they think that they didn't eat breakfast, they didn't eat lunch, and so they got to eat all that they lost. That is recipe for disaster. So the first way of making sure you eat healthy and go on your way towards losing weight, like this young lady, is to go down on your portion size. Decrease your portion sizes. It doesn't matter what you are eating. Some traditional foods, when they serve you, they want to make sure you are eating, because what I'm saying. Some people, those of you who know what I'm talking about, you got to make sure it's big enough, because that is how it is served. Especially if you're serving an adult, if you're serving the papa of the house, you want to make sure the papa of the house gets the papa of the meal. Oh my goodness. That doesn't work out that way. Cut down on your portion sizes. Small amounts. It is better to eat small amounts and more frequently than to eat everything at a sitting and not eat the whole day. Because if you practice not eating the whole day because you are eating everything together, what your body also learns is that this one meal that I'm getting, I'm not going to get anything again. So I got to make sure I store everything, and then it will store the fat, the food, as a means of fat, so that when you are craving food, when your body needs the food, the fat will burn to fill your body. So basically, don't eat for tomorrow. Don't eat for next time. Just eat whatever will fill you up right now, whatever you need right now. Forget about tomorrow. So the Bible says that let tomorrow think about itself, right? If you're going to be hungry later, let that come. When you're hungry later, you find something else to eat. So don't eat a whole bowl of food in one sitting. Cut down on the portion sizes. The next one that I also want to talk about is eat right. Eat right. Eat the right things. Look at what we have on the screen here. We got some fruits, some grains, some greens, some proteins, some flavonoids in the apples, some rice, some maybe some berries, some fish. Wow. That is a nice meal. And I think I'm even covering one here on the corner. There's a smoothie that my video, my shot is covering up. Eat the right things. Eat the right things. You may not be able to afford a lot of these, but however little you can buy, eat those and go to the places where they sell them cheap. You can go online and Google and search for where stuff is so cheap or, on sale, to buy those to make yourself happy. Why don't you do the same for foods when you have to eat the right things? Just look around, see where the foods are cheaper. If you have to drive once a week, don't say that it's expensive, so I'm not going to eat those. No, eat for your health and value yourself enough that you will go around searching for the right things for yourself. And so eat right. So the first thing again is watch your portion sizes, right? And the second thing is eat the right things. And then the third thing is, well, for the second thing, I still have more on that, but because of time, maybe I'll go through. Eat the right things. Cut now on the carbs and the sugars and the sodas and the soft drinks. If you can eliminate all the sugars from your refrigerator, all the sugars, all the soft drinks, all the diet cokes, all the cokes, all the sodas, all the minerals. In some places they call it minerals. Wherever you are watching me from, take those out. Don't think that God has blessed you, so you got to enjoy. No, drinking those is not enjoying. Drinking those is cutting your life short, so you don't enjoy most of what God has planned for you. So cut down on those sugary drinks. I wouldn't say cut down. Take them out of your fridge and throw them out. Don't even give them to kids. All right. So that is eating right. And then infuse, as we see on our screen, your diet with more grains, more greens. So more grains, more greens, more proteins, low fat diet and high fiber foods. And then the last thing is, I'll also throw in the eating right, is practice intermittent fasting. Well, this year we're going to have a long series on our live shows where we're going to talk about this in much detail. But because it's the beginning of the year 2023, we want to give you this as something you write down and follow through for the rest of the year and practice intermittent fasting. The third way of eating right is to eat. Do not eat. Stop eating in the late night. Stop eating in the late night. Some of us, the only time, because we don't want to say that we do it on purpose, because sometimes you go to work and the time you come home is late, but you still got to eat, right? And that is where we are advising ourselves not to eat in the later night. You know, if if you can, or if it's possible, grab your dinner on the way. I mean, at work or wherever you are, and ensure that by the time you get home, you are going to bed. If that's not possible and you have to eat something at night, make sure it is again not the heavily starchy, starchy or the fatty delicacies when you come home. Make sure it is something light that can easily be digested, and sit up and watch TV or do something and make sure it's digested and it is used up before you go to bed. So that is one way of making sure that your nutrition is on point, and then you lose weight in the process. So stop eating in the late night. And the last one that we want to talk about is introduce more um, more organic or whole foods in your diet. Introduce more organic or whole foods in your diet. And why do I say that? Because some of us just like processed food. We just want to eat processed food all the time, which is not something that we want to encourage. So, like this foods we see over here, we see most of them are not processed. I don't think there's any processing in this picture that we see here. All right, don't eat the process. Go to the whole food store. I know in my area it is more expensive to buy in the whole food store. But that being said, if you are valuing yourself as an expensive body, then you can feed yourself with the right things. And if you have the will, as the saying goes, you have a way. If you really want to eat right, you'll find another store that do not sell them as expensive as you think. And if you have to buy them expensive because you value yourself, do that. You do those for other things. All right. So whole foods, organic foods, organic, eat like the right sources. Make sure that where you are buying your food items from are places where you can trust. Less use of chemicals, organic foods. And I don't want to push you off by saying that, because you are probably thinking more about the cost, but I'm thinking about the cost in a later time. If you don't eat the right things, it will be bigger than the cost to invest before you actually get sick. So if you see it that way, it makes more sense to invest in organic, healthy, whole food diet. And those will make sure that 2023, as you invest yourself in doing those things in 2023, you're going to lose weight. Like this young lady we are looking at, you're going to lose weight. You may not lose as much as she has. You may not lose as much as you want, but that begins a whole new journey for your health. And that is what we are about on the Life and Health Show. That little strides and little steps, little baby steps will definitely get you there. But you got to make those steps. And so this year, 2023, I challenge you as you make your resolutions. Make sure you go through all the things we have said. We said that make sure that you are receiving your health screening. Make sure nothing takes you by surprise. If you are a man, PSA test. If you're a woman, breast self-exams, mammograms, and pap smear. If you're a man or a woman or both, God forbid. But I'm basically saying that if either you're a man or a woman, colonoscopy, that runs for everybody. And also if you're a man or if you're either you're a man or a woman, your blood pressure, your blood glucose, your blood cholesterol, you got to know those numbers. This year, 2023, is my challenge that the next time we have a show, you can say that I know these numbers. And you just don't know them for knowing sake. But because you know them, it informs your way of life. So that is the first thing we talked about. And then we also said that this year, exercise. It's not going to be easy with business, everybody wanting to do a lot, so busy all the time. But if people have time to do other things, if it's important to them, then we got to make the time and do those things that are important to us. And I bet that your health is important to you, especially if you have family. If you don't have a family, if nobody loves you, I'm telling you that our channel will love you. We love you. And because we love you, we want you to be there for a longer time and on also a healthier body and a healthier mind and sound, everything. So Exercise is another thing that I want you to write down for resolution, little steps that you can take. And then lastly, we also talked about diet. We're also talking about how you can change your lifestyle this year, 2023, by eating the right things, regardless of how they may cost you, regardless of how they may have failed. And also, we also talked about how to lose the weight that seems to be so hard to lose by considering your goal for the year, dividing it up by the months of the year, and then further dividing that goal by the weeks of the month. So if you have a 60-pound goal loss for 2023, it basically comes to 1.3 pounds of goal per week that you got to lose. All you got to lose is 1.3 pounds a week. And by the end of 2023, if you stay consistent, if you're that consistent, you will come and you testify that you lost 60 pounds, which most people don't need to. But if it is 30 pounds, if it's 20, yours is even easier. So I challenge you on the live, whoever is watching, and as you watch later, that this year, 2023, let's make it a healthy year. And it'll only happen if we are all together making a conscious effort at achieving something. So this is where we're going to end the stream. And we want to say Happy New Year to you all. And beloved, we wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. Happy New Year. Happy 2023. Healthy 2023. And we'll come back to you this year with a whole lot on health and life. Thanks for watching. Wonderful year, wonderful year, wonderful year, wonderful year, wonderful year, wonderful year.
Skeletons living in my chest. I feel my feelings way too strong. Wish that you could turn a heart off. Made of glass and they always crack. I wish that I could make it stop. Wish that you could turn a heart off. I'm tired of being broken, thinking love is just a waste of time. The higher that I'm hoping, the quicker that I fall. And I guess I want it to be easy, but it's never ever easy. I always end up let down. Take all my love, this is tragic. I could replace it with plastic. Think maybe then I'd be fine. All these living in my chest. I feel my feelings way too strong. Wish that you could turn a heart off. Made of glass and they always crack. I wish that I could make it stop. Wish that you could turn a heart off. Over all of these emotions, getting dizzy, roller coaster ride. Lock the door and keep it closed, yeah. Better off if I just stay inside. Cause I want it to be easy, but it's never really easy falling till I'm upside down. Take all this life, you can have it. I could replace it with static. Think maybe then I'd be fine. All these skeletons living in my chest. I feel my feelings way too strong. Wish that you could turn a heart off.